Morning. Timestamp. It's August 2nd, 2025, about 9:15 a.m. Uh, I got adventurous and took a shower last night, and I didn't have to stand in a puddle. That was pretty cool. I'm gonna walk Scrappy before he explodes. Okay, yeah, we're going. Okay, old man, come on. Come on. Oh, you're doing great. Come on. There you go. Little step there. He did not exactly stick the landing. Yep. It's currently in the 80s, which means the lanai is probably about 90, because it tends to, the metal roof and all that, it tends to soak it up and really get that oven quality. Come on. Come on. There you go. Yep. Better here than the kitchen floor. Thank you. Hopefully my girl is coming over today, because I do need to run those errands. Yesterday she wasn't feeling like people, so. Get that packet out to the lawyer. She's going to have a stack of stuff to scan and email to the lawyer. There are some things they want hard copies of. I'm going to send a death certificate too. I don't know if they ever actually got one of those. I've got quite a few extras, but I know I was advised to get more than I thought I'd need, because the second I get exactly what I think I'm going to need, I'm going to need more, and it's a pain to get extras. So. Rather colorful duck, still waking up. Whew. Woke up to some Pertwee on the TV there. Some Pertwee and Joe Grant. The old Chihuahua follows me around a lot. Really not sure if he thinks I'm my dad or if he just likes me. I don't know, it's weird. I don't quite get it. so much to do. I know I showed you some of the pictures yesterday. I can't quite get over what the place looked like before compared to what it looks like now. Just my dad always had stuff, Volkswagens or something he might be repairing and restoring. My mom was in the hospital most of the past 3 years. And whenever I look around, honestly, I think to myself, this is what my dad, with dementia and no supervision, does in 3 years. And part of the situation, honestly, is because more and more we're thinking that Mom may have been 5 or 6 years behind Dad in the dementia parade, but we're definitely thinking that there was cognitive decline, just not nearly as bad as Dad. All right, gentlemen, come on. Come on, man. Yeah. Warming up the coffee. There, old man. There you go. Jinx is over here acting subtle. You heard the bag rustle, huh? You're such a cat. Here you go, buddy. Heard the bag rustle and kind of looked up casually as if to say, "Oh, is that for me?" I'm on to you, kitty. Closing the door. There you go. Definitely feel like one of the complaints that my dad actually had, that they didn't really argue. They just I remember being told all growing up that they had never had an argument. And I always thought that was like a life goal, like a marriage life goal. Oh, wow, I'm only getting half a cup out of that. We can make some coffee here in a minute. But it was like a marriage life goal, Never have an argument, find that perfect girl or what have you. And Pix is my second time at bat. We were both married once before. We've argued a few times. you know, once or twice. No, Kelly's Pix is a Spitfire. We've had some, never, you know, never gotten the physical in a fight. But we've had a couple arguments here and there, and I always thought, how did they do it? How did they do it? That just seems like such a, you know, they're both pretty laid back in their ways, but never had an argument. Well, being a fly on the wall 2 years ago and watching the past 2-3 years, I figured out how they did it. And that is, they agreed to each other's spaces. My mom would attempt to manipulate and gaslight Dad, and Dad would lie to her and do whatever he wanted behind her back. Because I watched it happen the last 2 or 3 years. And I'm guessing that, you know, between the dementia and just age, they kind of let their inhibitions go where that was concerned. Made that stuff less transparent. It was a weird revelation. So it was like the illusion of the perfect marriage, to where, you know, they never argued. That kind of fell away from me, really, because, like, well, yeah, you guys have never had an argument. I never said this to him. But it's like, you never had an argument because you weren't really completely honest with each other. She manipulates, you lie. Okay. I mean, it's not to say that you know, Dad lies to Mom all the time or anything like that. But he would let her manipulate him sometimes, and then he would make her think that she'd manipulated him other times, and just lie about the results. You know, she'd try and get him to do something, and he'd say, yeah, okay, I'll get that done. And then, you know, he even told me one time, he's like, I'm not going to do that. I just told her that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this instead. It's weird when you figure out something that you think was real is an illusion. In that respect, I'll keep my arguments. I'll keep my arguments. You know? Because the arguments hurt, they suck, but they're honest. Anyway, health check. We got deep on you there. Health check, I feel pretty good. Working my way through a little junior panic attack. No rhyme, no reason. Not even a limerick. Just a little palping, you know. Yeah, no, I feel pretty good though. Yeah, today's going to be, for me, paperwork and eBay, pretty much. Hopefully running a couple errands. Oh, I killed a couple of bed bugs on the couch last night. That was exciting. Just getting ready to bed down. saw something crawling around, and then I saw another one crawling around. It's good. It's good. So I know it's making a difference because I've seen the bodies, but we got that Adams, not 1D. I've been spraying down the couch. You don't want to use it directly, whatnot, so I've been spraying it under the comforter that I've got on the bed, on the couch. So I'll spray down the couch, then put the comforter back on top. It's a thick comforter, so it's not gonna, I won't have skin contact with it. But I think that's helping a little bit. But not helping nearly as much as getting the Orkin Man out here will do. And I think we've got to get that done in August. That's kind of the big August goal. And then September, we're going to try and, the big goal is the lanai roof, provided a storm hasn't removed it for us. And I say that jokingly, but not jokingly, because that's certainly a possibility. You can tell it's only half a cup. And that's cool. That's funny. Only half the wormhole opened up. It's the Harry and David vanilla cream brulee. Even a day later, it's still good. Anyway. I'm gonna make some yogurt, I think. Greek yogurt, blueberries, some cinnamon, and then I'm going to do some eBaying while I wait for my girl to show up. Try and get some pictures, get some listings ready. Yeah. It's Saturday, so it's a good auction day. Alright. Make it a great day.